Okay, so for this cool down video, I'm gonna incorporate some equipment. If you don't have it, it's totally fine. But right here, I have a foam roller, which is really nice. And then I also have a stretch out strap. If you don't have a foam roll, we can just do something else or just leave it out altogether. If you don't have a stretch out strap, which is totally fine, you can use a belt, you can use a dog leash, you can use a rope, whatever you have, and I'll show you how to do it. The good part about equipment is you don't always need something fancy. You can usually kind of MacGyver it and use something from home. So, like I said, we're going to address those hip flexors because they get very tight when we're running, right? So let's start off on one knee. And again, you can hold on to something if you'd like. You are going to be in a half kneel position. You are going to have your other foot flat on the ground, and you are going to come forward. You should feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor. You should be up nice and tall, not arched back, but just up nice and tall so you're on a little bit of a diagonal, because if you're here, you're not getting a whole lot of a stretch, okay? Then you're gonna sit back and get a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Here, hold it for a few seconds, and here, here, and you sink into these stretches as much as you'd like, as much as feels comfortable. You can also pause these videos if you want to take some more time with this stretch. If this is bothering your knee, you can kneel on a pillow or a rolled up towel. So you're going to go back and forth just like that, and we'll switch sides. So here. And you'll probably notice a difference from side to side. One is going to feel a little bit more pliable, one is going to have a little bit more difficulty, and that's okay. As long as nothing hurts, as long as you just feel a gentle stretch, that's exactly what we're looking for. Okay. Now, we are going to use the stretch out strap. What you're going to do is you're going to lie down on your bed or your couch. You are going to place the loop of your belt, of a rope, of a dog leash right around your foot like this. You're going to bend the other knee so your foot is flat on the bed. And you're going to hang your body off of the table or the bed just a little bit so you feel that stretch right in the front. So now, when I do this, I already feel a stretch. So I don't need to necessarily pull anymore. But the goal is to get a nice stretch in the front of the quad and in the hip flexor. So you want to make sure that you hang your body off first and then pull back. If you don't hang first and you just start pulling, you're not going to feel it in that hip flexor, which is the aim. Now you have this other foot bent, your other knee bent and your foot flat. Just support the low back because this is going to arch your back a little bit, but I don't want it to be uncomfortable, okay? So hold that stretch for about 10 to 20 seconds. Listen to your body, give yourself a break. Hold on to the bed or the table as you need to. Pull back, gentle stretch. And release. And then what you would do is you're going to switch sides, okay? And do the same amount of repetitions. Now, using the same stretch out strap, I'm actually going to stretch my calf muscles and my hamstrings at the same time. So, I sit in a figure 4 position. I use the stretch out strap and I place the strap right about at the ball of my foot. I pull back, and then I try and bend forward gently, keeping that knee straight. So I feel this in my calf and in my hamstring, okay? Now, because I'm doing this cool, and I haven't run yet, I'm very tight. It's also early in the morning. So listen to your body, go as far as your body allows, and just sink into these, okay? You're gonna do a 20-second hold, and I want you to do 5 on each side. You can either do 5 all at once on one side and then switch, or you can alternate back and forth, whatever feels most comfortable. Now, the next one is you're going to come into that butterfly position and just sit up nice and tall. So you want your feet touching, you want your knees out to the side, and you bring your heels as close to your pelvic floor as feels comfortable. So if coming out further is more comfortable for you and it's not affecting your posture, great. Or if coming closer is more of a challenge and you feel a nice stretch, go for it. Same thing, you don't want to be hunched over because you're not going to feel a whole lot of stretch. Sit up nice and tall. And you're going to hold that for 20 seconds. Give yourself a break. And then do another set of 20 seconds. I would do a 20-second hold 5 times. And then I just want to show you one more thing with the foam roll. Again, you can omit this if you don't have a foam roll, but they're fairly inexpensive, and I believe Five Below sells them. You also don't need this one this large. You know, they sell them a lot smaller, so even a third of this would be fine. But what you're going to do is you are going to place this right underneath your hip. So you lie on your side, you put it right under your hip, so not where my bone is, but where my actual soft tissue is, and that's what I'm trying to roll out. So you can see I have the support of my other leg. My right leg is also down, my arm is down, and all I feel is in here. Just trying to loosen that soft tissue up. Foam rolling has been shown to be very effective, both before and after a run, just to loosen up the soft tissue. You can also come into the iliotibial band. That's a little bit harder and takes a little bit more coordination, but the iliotibial band runs from your hip to your knee. It's on the side of your thigh. And we see a lot of iliotibial band syndrome with runners. So if you're having some tightness there, let me know, something we can address, but a foam roll might be something worth purchasing. All right, have a good day.